The great designer Anouska Hempel was born at sea. Brought up on a sheep farm in Australia, in her late teens she left for London, where she became a movie star. In 1978, Hempel opened Blake's Hotel, one of the first boutique hotels in London. Her work spans architecture, interiors, furniture, gardens. She has designed haute couture for British royalty as well as yachts. Her own boat, Beluga, has black sails. Her philosophy comes from her way of life, which is, she says, utopian.
It is fabulous, opulent, extraordinary, black, Japanese. It must feel like a long way from your childhood shearing sheep.
It absolutely is, but I wasn't a great sheep shearer anyway, and I didn't have my eye on anybody at the time, but it's a long way from the dust and the dirt of Australia, which I think has probably given me the other side of my life, which is called grit.
And here we are in a room which is essentially dominated by the black. Can you tell me what the black means?
Black is moody, black is different, black is something that you use to excel and accentuate what you're doing. Everyone's afraid of it, everybody gets scared of it because they don't know how to light it.
What is that? I haven't
This is
seen
a
a fruit
golden,
like that before.
it's a golden passion fruit. They're from Thailand. They look like frog spawn. These then dry out to this colour, tan and black, which the two colours I particularly love. This is enhanced with the gold when I want to do flowers or this sort of thing.
So I'm fascinated by your screens.
Ah, you noticed them. Good, I'm really pleased about that. I call this high camp Japanese because the Japanese are low to the ground and low and everything's tiny. I've shot it up and that tilts and tips. Now you can have it as a sun visor. It can just swing that way so all the stripes can land on your hat or your nose or your bottom or wherever you are.
So if I'm good, will you show me the drawing room?
You can leap up the stairs and come on.
So we're in your wonderful drawing room. Again, we have a Japanese theme.
Sort of. You have a little bit of Japan mixed up with Cuba and a bit of Morocco. That stupid old lamp there, you know, with the dingle-wongle in it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It rather marries up to the floor. It's called spatterwork. This rather strange crossword effect on the floor.
And this bed makes me want to lie down on it.
Well,
Can I?
You may, certainly. And then you can wear the Dolce & Gabbana chastity belt.
Well, yes, that's a very sexy object, is it not?
Just drew that to your attention. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so here's the fashion side of my life. Valentino's, Argent the artist, and
have you worn this?
I did do, yes, when I was very young. Tiny waist, 21 inches, so those days are over. It's got to go around my head now.
The room is elegant. It's also exuding a certain amount of. It's powerful, but you know, it's not the coziest room I've ever been in.
I couldn't give a hoot.
You don't like cozy?
Yeah, I love cozy. Doesn't have to be cozy here though.
So this room is. So if this is not a reflection
I don't want a great big cozy, plumpy, lovely, sofa-y, flowery, la-di-da to lie down in the afternoon and read a newspaper. No. It's reflecting totally my Amsterdam mood, which all the canals have glorious glorious double-height drawing rooms in all the canals in Amsterdam. And having worked there for 5 years, I've picked up a lot of nonsense. It's like a gypsy Amsterdam room with all the Dutch mirrors.
Obviously you are famous for so many different things, but one of them is, of course, that you invented the boutique hotel.
Yes.
With Blake's in South Cannes. What is the difference between designing your own boutique hotel and designing your own house?
It's all very similar, isn't it? What you like for yourself, you hope other people will like. I had a good idea and got on with it and had a wonderful, amazingly happy life meeting the world and its grandfather.
Yes, in fact, I've heard you described your life as utopian.
Absolutely. Aren't I lucky?
I don't think I have a utopian life. That's very
lucky. What are you doing here then?
Well, this is probably the utopia. This is it.
Well, get on with it.
This is the highlight.
Have a hoo-hoo with us. Yeah. It's lovely. Very nice to have you. You're making holes in the floor.
Well, yes.
It's a shame about your shoes, isn't it?
I'm sorry they got ruined on the way.
There you have.
Yeah. So this is extraordinary and fantastic. Can you describe what it is?
It's called the breakfast room in the middle of the library on the first floor. And here we have a Japanese breakfast with a little hot slate The sun comes through those windows, and it is a story of shadows and whispers. It's got squares and rounds in it, which I will always use to position whatever is being positioned. It's got a scrap of colour in the Persian necklace thing over there on the right-hand side. It's got a rhythm to it that brings inside out and the upstairs, downstairs, and we sit in the middle.
So I'm in love with your stairs.
Good. Great. Why don't you sit down, we'll talk about it.
Yes, thank you.
And I'll look like the Lord and Master while you're at my feet.
Yes.
Diddums. That nice idea. Alrighty, so if you look at coming up, you'll find it's the same situation there is going down. All these are plants to demonstrate the architecture and the use of black paint to white.
Can you describe the rhythm of the staircase?
No, you try.
Okay. Well,
It's your turn.
oh right. It's.
Cool.
Well, it feels fluid and elegant and,
Yeah, that's
and
the
classical.
idea. Yes.
But this seems like a different black.
Strong. It's a grey black.
It's a grey
as well.
black,
It was
okay.
too harsh. The black from Koenig was just a bit harsh. I think so.
Could you show me your bedroom?
Certainly not. Julie, will you take him up to the bedroom? Thank you.
Anouska, who is this handsome man?
That is my wonderful husband, Mark.
Sir Mark Weinberg.
Yeah.
Can we see the bedroom?
What about Tallulah?
But
She's terribly important. There always has to be two women in someone's life. And he's got Tallulah Bankhead and he's got me. She's in my mind to give to him one day when I'm, whatever it is, when I have to go away. And the thought of her keeps him going, I think, and the thought of having her on the floor there keeps me going.
Could you show me your bedroom?
Oh! Right. See you later. Slam the door. Oh well, I dive in and out of this bed.
So
I'm dead tired, and that's it, and I get up and get going again. So,
Well, will you show me around?
no. That's for whacking people you don't like when they come in.
What exactly is it?
Oh, you know what it is. It's a Chinese paintbrush.
What are these?
Oh, these are bracelets. These are my collection of bracelets from the Bakelite days of the 1920s. If I was Nancy Cunard, I'd have them all up my arms around the corner. And Julie's just bought a pot of porridge, and it's yellow. Thank you, Jules. Will you pop it on the thing for me? Thank you. Goes everywhere, like Barbara Carlton's pink flowers. If anybody can remember who she was. Yes.
It's a beautiful room.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's glamorous.
Yes.
And dare I say, it's quite sexy.
I have no idea about that.
Oh, okay. Well.
So your opinion? It's
No,
fine.
very much my
It's
opinion.
fine, yeah.
I'm fixated by your bed. Will you show me?
Everybody's fixated with them. Not my bed, but my beds. There must be about 850 different beds and styles that have come into my repertoire.
So at
years
night.
ago. At night it's dark and murky and rather nice, and you close the
Do you
curtains.
close the curtains?
No, never. Well, I do when the kids come and stay, and I make them a little box, like a little Japanese or Chinese box. As you know, they live in sort of small, dark, cocoon-like places. I do it for the children when they come, and they have a quick peep, and they think it's hilarious. Again, you've got the screen at the back. This is the original. These screens in this room are original Japanese ones, from which I've copied the others. And this is, here it is, black and tan. That must be Irish.
Very few of my friends have their own four-poster bed, but,
Well, what a
but
shame,
I would like
that's all
one.
I can say.
I'm fascinated by your cases, your suitcases.
My suitcases. Or trunks, as they're called in Paris. I have a little collection of Louis Vuittons, and they're ready in case I have to make a fast escape. That's my
They're
wardrobe
full of
shoved
your-
in there, junk and bits and bobs.
Your
And
almost
collections
most
of
special things.
Yeah, tortoiseshell and things, you know.
So what circumstances might there be that you have to suddenly flee this
Well,
fabulous
you
house?
never know. I'm a refugee, aren't I?
Well, you are,
All
exactly.
that long time ago.
All that
so
time,
you never know
born
where
on
I
a
might have
boat.
to go. Absolutely. And it hasn't been so rocky ever since.
Anouska, it's been a privilege and,
I'm not sure
an
about that.
honour and a joy to be here.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you very, very much.
Let's go and have a look at Ralph's house next, shall we? What happens there? Lots of magazines and books and things.
Exactly.